Which brings us to the great perhaps. And like I said in the beginning, this is the part that I am most excited about. And for me, it has been life-changing. I hope it can also do something for you. So I'm glad that you stuck around till here. And let's just dive into it. If you don't shoot, you will always miss. This is a translation from a Dutch saying which goes, niet geschoten, altijd mis. And basically what it means that if you don't try, you're never gonna know, right? If you don't ask, the answer is always gonna be no. If you don't shoot, you are always going to miss. And that is all that the great perhaps is really about. What if? What if I just tried? What if I just shot that ball? What if? What would happen on the other side? We don't know, right? And there's a high likelihood that nothing interesting is going to happen. There's a high likelihood that we're going to miss, or that we're going to fail, or that we're going to get rejected. But what if it doesn't happen? Let's say, for example, I'm sitting at home, I'm a little bit tired, and my friends call me up. They're like, hey, dude, let's go out tonight. I got two options right there. Either I decline, I stay indoors, and I just hang out a little bit, maybe read a book or play some video games, watch some porn, do whatever. Or I decide to go out with my friends. Now, if I stay inside, the chances of something interesting happening are going to be very low. Whereas if I go out and I explore this world, even if I wasn't really feeling it, I might meet the girl of my dreams that day. 3 years ago, I was helping my brother with a startup he was running, and we were pitching students on a campus to sign up for his service. And there was this one girl, very attractive girl. She came up walking to our stand, and I had to approach her. So I asked her, hey, do you want to buy this study book streaming service that I have to offer you? No, I'm not interested. But I was thinking, I am interested in you. So I struck up a conversation with her. We had a nice little conversation. Then her group moved on, but I had to follow her, right? I had to get her number. I was so attracted to her. I was like, this is my time. This is my moment to do it. So I walked after her. I saw their group standing in the distance, and I was ready to commit, right? I was ready to go up to her, ask her number, and then I just walked right past. I just didn't dare to do it. So I stood there for a moment, and I was thinking, oh, Jesus, man, come on. Just do it. Why? What if you just went over there? Worst case scenario, I'm going to get rejected. Best case scenario, you're going to get her number. You'll have a great time. And I did something which is rare, because usually if I don't do it the first time, I definitely don't do it the second time. But I committed, and I went up to her with the whole group around her, and I asked her, hey, I really enjoyed our talk. Can I get your number? Maybe we can grab a cup of tea sometime, go for a walk. And she said, yeah, sure. And I grabbed her number, and now over 3 years later, she's my girlfriend. We've been together for 3 years, and it's been the best decision I've ever made. I could have not done that, right? What if I didn't do that? I might have never met her. So up front, you never know what the return is going to be. But you should try. You should give it a go. Nassim Taleb wrote this book called The Black Swan. And just yesterday, this kind of clicked in my mind. This book is about the impact that certain extreme and unexpected events have on our lives, on our world. And they have a disproportionate effect. Right? For example, the COVID crisis. Nobody saw it coming. It was this one event, this one thing that happened that just destabilized the entire world. Same goes for the internet. Same goes for Facebook. Same goes for all these things that are happening that nobody saw coming up front, but once they were there, they completely changed the entire landscape. And the case that he makes is that it's better to bleed a little bit every day. Better to lose a little bit every day and have this one big, huge gain than to win a tiny little bit every day, but risk losing everything. Right? And I think that's the same dynamic that you have in the what if. It's better to just try every single time, and you're going to fail a lot, and you're going to fail a lot. But that one time, you only need one success. You only need one big success, and you're set, right? But the only way to get that is if you keep shooting. So another thing that I think is really important to think about is that regret hurts a lot more than failure. All right? I know this is personally true for me. Usually when I ask an audience, they say the exact same thing, because failure is just a momentarily pain, right? You just get rejected, or you just fail at this thing you tried. That's it. You at least tried. Regret, on the other hand, is something that can stay with you much longer, especially if you never process it, right? What if I had just done that? Why wasn't I there when my grandma passed away? Right? Why did I not study a bit harder for that exam that would have allowed me to get into this university that I really wanted to get into? Why didn't I just make that approach to the girl that I was attracted to that is now dating my best friend? Right? What if? Regret hurts much more than failure. So just give it a fucking go. And now is the best time to give it a go. Usually I give this lecture to students, but I think this applies to young people in general. People really want to help you. People are generally good, right? Rutger Bregman, Dutch author, wrote this book called Humankind, and he makes a great case for why most people are actually kind and most people are actually good. And if there's anything that we do as society, it is help our next generation. And I already hear what you're thinking. The previous generation is fucking up the entire world for us. They're not sharing anything with us. They don't want us to succeed. I know the landscape can be difficult at points, but generally speaking, in your day-to-day interactions, older people are very willing to help you. People with knowledge, people with experience, people with money are very willing to help you. Especially if you're a young person that wants to learn, that wants to grow, that wants to contribute, people really like that. So where previously maybe you had a 1% chance at success or a 0.1% chance at success, maybe now you have 5%. Maybe that's a multiplier of times 10. So I would really challenge you to utilize that grade perhaps as much as you can at this moment, while you're young, right? You can do it your whole life, but use it now. Use that advantage that you have. Build this advantage for yourself, right? Go hunt those black swans. Add them to your tally. Grow yourself a little bit, because now is the time to strike, right? I'm repeating that one more time. Now is the time to strike. Now is the time to utilize that grade, perhaps. And that is also the last challenge that I want to give you right now, to write down something that you will do this week, to utilize the grade perhaps. What is something that you will do this week to utilize the grade perhaps? Write it down, say it out loud, and then do it, right? As Shia LaBeouf would say, just do it! Do it!